Hello everyone, my name is Michał Cieczko. I am a game director from Whispers of the Eyeless game and Evil Gingerbread Studio CEO, and with me today is...
Kyle Casper, co-director at Evil Gingerbread Studios.
Nice. And this is our first Whispers of the Death video blog about the game that we want to make them regularly, so you need to excuse us any mistakes here, especially on my side. We are a bit stressed because we never communicated so directly with you, and we want to make it nice.
Yeah, and there'll definitely be no more mistakes going forward, only in this episode.
Only in this episode, of course. Yeah, so the
Yeah.
topic of this first video blog is the Fates Mirror, so the mod that you will be able to test when this video goes live. We'll be sending the keys to you on Steam, and you will be able to test the Fates Mirror, and we will start saying what the Fates Mirror is, because it's not the same as the campaign demo that you were able to play in October and even back when the Kickstarter was launching. Kyle, maybe you will start with it.
Sure. So Fate's Mirror is the second game mode that we're going to launch Whispers of the Eyeless with. Currently, there is one sub game mode within Fate's Mirror.
It's like a game mode without the story. It's just the all game mechanics compacted in one mode, in very inspired by games like The Arbellions or Loop Hero. So they are it's like a skirmish runs. Yeah.
Right.
You can get all the renovations, get the followers, get the items, get the gods, things like that. But there is no quest, there is no walking in the city, things like that. So those cinematics, everything that you saw in the demo. Yeah, and this mode have also variants. And for the testing, we have the first variant that is called Rage Shard, and it means that you need to survive enemy raids that will be attacking your sanctum every 6 days. Yeah, and some things from campaign are also changed there. So going with those, we, for example, don't have a city. Instead of city, you have merchants, and in those merchants you can buy stuff. Yeah, you don't have the inside quest that you unlock the big red bar at the bottom of the sanctum panel. You have like a technology tree that you just unlock lesser artifacts and also unlock the god's ascension, so you can max out the god in this very short span of time. But we also have a whole mechanic of starting the Fates Mirror, which Kyle will introduce right now.
Sure. Really, the idea of Fate's Mirror is unlike the campaign, it just kind of throws you into the action. So you get started a lot faster. And when you launch this raid shard, you'll be presented with a couple of quick choices to make at the start of the game. Your preferred starting greater artifact, which they have pretty significant effects on how you play through that playthrough. You'll pick your starting equipment, and you will pick your starting favored god. And then you're just kind of thrown right into it, and you get started.
So what the great artifacts are, because like in the demo we didn't have this mechanic, we locked it, of course. But idea with the great artifacts is, if you remember, spoilers here from the demo, you were able to assemble the first artifact of the dead gods, and those are like very strong passive bonuses that sometimes alter how the cult is working. Yeah, so for example, you can have a artifact that increase your gold and supplies gain daily very much, but only when the faith is very low. Yeah, so they are conditional, but they can be also helpful. For example, if you lose a tail, you won't be losing resources anymore. Yeah, and things like that. So you can pick one of the starting ones, 4 of the starting ones that we picked. Yeah, you can pick those, and during the game you will be getting those after every defense. And at the end of the, let's say, whole run of Fate's Mirror, you will be unlocking one of those. And for the next run, you can start with a different one. Yeah. So that way the replay value is way, way higher. It's way shorter than we are planning with the campaign. Right now, Fate's Mirror is 18 days. Yeah, 18 days. So 18 tails, turns, things like that. And after that, the Fate's Mirror ends. Yeah, it's not endless in such a way. Besides that, we also have other mechanics that were not in the demo and you will be able to test, and it's the city influence, the thing that was teased in the Callings, and now have an entirely new panel in the altar.
Yeah, Fate's Mirror is basically this first shard is, you can think of it as the foundation for Fate's Mirror, but Fate's Mirror will be our kind of the roguelite section of Whispers of the Eyeless. And as Michal said, you can, for right now, you're able to unlock more and more artifacts to start with. And in the future, we plan on having many more unlocks and progression through different shards and challenges.
Yes, and we want to also those unlocks to be interlinking with the campaign. So, for example, you won't be able to like get the passive bonuses from Fate's Mirror because Fate's Mirror balance is done differently, but you will be able to get some Sanctum customization. Yeah, so those stuff that you can hang above your altar and things like that. Yeah. Also, the Fate's Mirror have own events, own dilemma systems, like everything that is happening there. It's different than the campaign. Yeah, even narration is different than in the campaign.
Yep.
So our voice actor Liam is the prophet. I mean, is having a different lines there because it's like it's not a multiverse. We just call it like a variant, is like an alteration. Yeah, and the idea with those alterations is that like the game mechanically fully is working, but it's like having nice twist, yeah, and things like that. And as we said, this raid shard that will be available for the testing is having that you need to defend from the enemy raids that will be changing. They also have a lot of new enemies with few surprises. And the other variants that we are planning is, for example, that you are starting with all the renovation, that the cult is full, you have cultists, a lot of money and everything. And every day you are losing renovations, and you need to survive, and rely on the things that are left, because you lose the renovations every day. Yeah, and yeah, there's a lot of ideas around.
A lot of crazy ideas.
Also, the game has, let me just check on the list. Yeah, we also have a lot of changes since the last playable version, so the October demo. We have a lot of new enemies. Right now, it's 4 new enemies, yeah, on the build that you will be playing, but there will be total of 7 new enemies right now, yeah, because we have, as I said, few surprises. I don't want to spoil them. We did also tons of rebalance, especially for the Madness and Desire. It's not that the Wrath is only viable way to play right now. We changed the tail loot, how it's working. It's affecting all the rewards, so yet again, more balance. We have the visual changes to the Sanctum that is changing depending on your god, and way more stuff.
Mm-hmm. New weapon mechanics.
Yeah, there are new weapon mechanics. There are new passives for the armors. There is a change to the god's channeling because it allows you to get more actions and so on. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you will be able to test. Important thing is also those keys that you will be getting will be also your full game keys when the game releases on full. I mean, early access in January, so the planned release date schedule that we have right now. Yeah. And yeah, this is more or less about the Fate's Mirror. We don't want to spoil everything, and we can go more in details for the next week, I think. Yet again, if you want to join our cult, the Discord is the best place because we are there all the time. We can answer all the questions, and as you probably saw in the recent news, we are scheduling the game to be releasing more or less in January. The closer we will be to the release date, we will announce it. So don't worry, we are on very good tracks with the game, as I hope you will see in those days that are coming to test it. And yeah, I was Michał. Kyle was with me on this side. And have a good one.
All right, take care.